Okay, we're live.
Hello, good people. Alex the Car Doctor back with another live Q&A.
Yeah, car questions. Let me put my phone on silent so y'all don't see my mama calling. You call, I'm gonna answer, just not right now.
Yes.
Um, Let us know if you can hear us. Put down in the comments and stuff because we are currently camping for Memorial
Mm.
Day weekend, so we're not extremely
Have
set
a
up how we usually are.
not a
But
good signal. Very low.
yeah, I don't know. And if this, I don't know. Y'all just let us know. Right now, it's nobody on yet, so we'll just talk about the week.
Yes.
What we do this week at work.
I don't forgot to be honest with you. It's like I'm one of those keep moving forward type people. Sorry about the background noise. We are outside at a campground.
Yeah, so motorcycles are going by, trucks are
Yeah.
going by, but we at least wanted to commit. This, I hope y'all know we're committed to going live
This is for y'all. We do
every
this for
Sunday
y'all.
around 7 o'clock. So, oh, there's Atia Sean Baker. What's up, Sherrod? Hey, Sherrod Ford.
Nice.
Sherrod, have do you have a Ford since your last name Ford?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Alex, I met you in person about a valve cover gasket.
When? What kind of car you had? Went
Yes,
back.
and bring me back up to speed on that. I would like to know. I'm very good with vehicles, not
Names and faces.
yeah names.
I'm the names and faces one. He's the
Yeah, This
what
is
kind of car you
this is my better half right
have.
here.
Hope y'all having a good weekend. But yeah, car questions or whatever you want to say is
Mhm.
cool. Um, you know, we
But back to your question, you said what's been going on at the shop this week?
I know we did doing a this to come out where we're putting a $4,000 remanufactured engine into a 1999 Dodge Durango.
Yes, it's it's one of those things that a lot of people gonna be like, oh, why don't you junk the car? Um, I kind of get why he's doing it, but
We can't give it away. We're gonna save it. Y'all gotta make y'all watch that video.
yeah.
All right, it ain't gonna be that long. Sherrod Ford say, Alex, how long it takes you from doing mobile mechanic to a shop? Good question.
Ooh. See, I didn't really want to shop
Joe
to
didn't.
begin with
Mm,
because I like my name to stay great. And when you start hiring employees and they start messing stuff up, um, that I had to get over that fear. Um, so now that I got over that fear, I it's hard because I'm always constantly watching my employees, trying to catch whatever is going on, what then get done right, heading out the door. Um, for the most part, it happens good, but sometimes stuff do slip past me, and I can only do nothing. I can
I
only
think
tell the truth and be like, "Hey, we messed this up. Let me fix it for you," and
I
that's what I've been doing.
but I think to answer his question though, he's asking how long will it take to from him to be a mobile mechanic at the shop. It's totally up to you, Sherrod. I run Alex's businesses, whether that was
Mhm.
mobile or shop, and it is some great money in mobile mechanics. It really
No
is
overhead.
if you know how to work it. If you not, if you, and then just get at me if you want to know some tips and tricks because you can easily pull in 2 grand a week, but you need to get really good at what you do, how you do it, and where you serve. If you're driving across town all over and you're stuck in traffic for half the day, then that cuts into your money. So I mean, it could take a year, 2 years. It just depends on you. I say stay mobile, build up your clientele like Alex did, and the clientele followed us on to the shop.
And you're gonna have to really be good at diagnosing things because you're out there alone. You don't have. See, when you're in a shop, it's sort of like a community. You can ask your fellow technician, hey, what you think going on with this, or ask your boss man. That's what everybody get me for. Like Alex, come help me with this. That's why I never can get nothing done these days. But
Right.
hopefully that answers your question.
Laser D21 said, "What up? I watch your videos drunkenly at night, and I
That's funny.
that's what's up,
Oh
man.
man,
That is what's
drunkenly
up.
at night. And I appreciate y'all. Well, I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
we do
You could be watching anything else, but you choose to watch me. So
drunkenly at that.
I greatly appreciate that. Hope I bring you much joy.
Atia Sean Baker says, "Why don't shops like their own parts instead of?" I think he, I think he's saying asking why do shops like their own parts instead of what the
I can only speak for me.
great question, and I hope
Yes.
this answer. I hope a lot of consumers see this so you can see why. But go ahead, babe.
I I like for my customers to have a great warranty. Prime example. Let me just throw out a random um, situation. Let's start off with the customer bringing their own parts first. Customer bring their own parts in, no matter if it came from AutoZone on down to eBay or the junkyard. That part don't work. The customer is going to be looking at me saying, "Hey, you must have did something wrong," because parts failure is a real thing. And most mechanic shops who let customers bring their own parts, they are not going to warranty the work. So if that part doesn't work, the customer is going to be stuck paying for that labor again. Is not going to go for that. They're gonna automatically, hey, you must part was brand new. Or no, the dude that I got this used part from said it 100% worked, and it's just too much confrontation.
I think Sherrod answered it's because of liability. Not only that, like he said, you're gonna be wanting him to reinstall that part for free. And like I like to tell, like I told Alex, and like I tell a lot of customers, because I do handle a lot of the calls, we're selling skill and time. Okay, you're paying for his skill, and it takes time for him to fix that. So if you bring in your own part, and sometimes part fell out of the box, and he's putting it on, okay, you got to pay again.
And I'm not a parts expert. Or if you get the wrong part, prime example, your auntie, she ordered a wheel bearing off of eBay or whatever she got it from.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
For her Cadillac Escalade, and she was going down the street, and the tire just went rolling off.
Yep, the whole wheel came off.
You got it from eBay.
The lug nuts and everything was still bolted up. It is just the bearing separated from the part. It's like,
so definitely liability, because if that was a regular consumer and that wheel came flying off, guess who they was gonna be looking at? Not well, I did buy the part off eBay, or could the part manufacturer mess up? They're gonna be looking at him and wanting to sue him. So to answer your question, is a liability. And then also, you forgot to say this: if your car is in my bay, all right, because I run the scheduling and all that, and my job is to make sure that Alice is getting those cars in and out. And that car is sitting in my bay, inoperable most of the time, and I'm waiting on you to bring your own part. You're holding up my bay. You're holding up my bay, and I'm losing money. So for and for to keep this business rolling, and to also provide great parts and labor warranty, we don't allow parts.
Yes, because if I provide the part and something go wrong with that part, no questions asked. It's 100% labor is going to get done over again, and I'm gonna switch it out.
Right.
2 years part labor warranty, I guarantee, when I provide
24,000 miles or 24 months, whichever comes first. All right, Atia Sean said, is there any signs of timing belt chain or belt/chain about to fail or snap?
So when you're dealing with chain, most of the time you will hear it rattle. You start hearing rattling noise, or a check engine light will flash up saying something about timing. I forgot the exact code, but it'd be a timing related code dealing with chain. Belt is a different story because it's rubber, so you won't hear any noise. You literally have to pull back that timing cover and inspect the belt. I'll probably do a video on that because it's a little weird way. It's not guaranteed, of course, especially if you don't know the history of the vehicle, but it's a little trick that I use to inspect rubber timing belts to see if they're good, or they about you playing Russian roulette with your engine, because most engines are interference engines, and when that belt/chain pop, the valve will make contact with the piston, bending or destroying internal engine components, costing you an engine.
All right. And Tia Sean had another question. Do oil catch cans work? I mean, from crankcase to intake?
Yes, they do work. Basically, what it does is, so the crankcase emits vapors, crankcase vapors, like oil, and sometimes the oil would, if you don't have a catch can, the oil vapors will sometimes be, you basically get oil in your intake, and that just dirties up the intake over time. And may cause problems, lower performance, things like that. Now, when you install a catch can, that settlement, that it's like condensation, and the oil will drop to the bottom, and the clear, I'm messing this up. I'm trying my best to explain it.
Are you
So
talking
you
about
can,
like when milk separates and I'm talking
something
about?
like that. But
Yeah.
the clean air will go inside the engine, and the dirty stuff will drop down in the catch can, and that's why you can drain it off. So that simplifies my answer.
It works. And Tia Sean, tell us what you do for a living. Are you into cars, or do you fix cars? Let
Yeah.
us know. And anybody else watching, where y'all from? We're from Georgia, of course, Atlanta. We do not say Atlanta, we say Atlanta. But for
Atlanta.
the purposes of this live, I'm gonna say it grammatically correct. But we're from Atlanta, and right now we're in North Georgia camping with the kids.
Mhm.
So
Try to get these kids out because,
Mm.
man, these millennials these days, they don't know nothing
I
about the
think they're
wilderness.
different. We're millennials. I think they're different.
I thought we all
I
millennials.
don't know. Anyway, but
These
yeah.
kids these days, whatever they may be.
Right. So anyway, that's all the questions for now. But I guess a lot of good videos coming up soon.
We've been working hard. I just had to make a video recently saying that I do this for the consumers, not mechanics. Mechanics, sometimes, in my opinion, sometimes have closed minds. They think they know it all, which is fine. But so I mainly focus my videos for consumer sakes. I want the consumers to be so well rounded when it comes to vehicles, they will never be taken advantage of again. That is my sole purpose of this channel. I want consumers to know what's going on with their vehicles because, like a lot of get the proper training and we get robbed out here. That's the last thing I want from you guys.
Yeah, especially women. So
Mhm.
a lot of good videos coming. A lot of more, different stuff. Definitely, this is the second live stream this year, and we're trying to commit. That's why we're on vacation, but still coming at you live.
And I love talking to y'all.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. Oh, this is one of my favorite guys with
Think outside.
Thinker Outside the Box. Come
Mhm.
back. We appreciate y'all. Yeah.
We appreciate you for watching. It really
Yeah.
helps the channel out.
Yeah, it does. And now Alex's thing is the comments are just getting crazy and like
I can't keep up.
we try to catch what we can, but attention said, man, I had a long journey with my Ford Taurus, so I learned to watch tutorials and do my own work to save money. I've met root mechanics like Rainbow Auto on Jonesboro. Oh, you from around our parts.
Oh yeah, Jonesboro
Man, you
area.
know what? That area got some crazy mechanics. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm
They
just
need
go
to
on
be behind the scenes and stay behind the scenes.
for sure.
Sometimes have good customer service. Because
Absolutely.
I've met some great mechanics in my days, and like, why don't you just open up your own shop? You the bomb at this. Back when my teenage years, and they was like, I don't do well with customers. I cut somebody out in a heartbeat. That's why I stay behind here and don't talk to
customers do get a little crazy though. It's not, we'll talk about that on another live. It's just, auto repair shops get scammed too. Like they love to say, well, it wasn't leaking like that before. So I am very, very meticulous about running the shop. I make sure pictures are taken, correct mileage is done. If we see something, we say something. If they want to get the work done, they don't have to, but you ain't gonna be able to say, hey, the leak wasn't there. Before we touch the car, we're letting you know, hey, you have a leak, now. But Window Greenidge says, how y'all doing this afternoon? We're doing mighty fine. We are doing
sitting around by the campfire and watching TV outside.
Right, yeah. I got Alex into watching Queen Charlotte with me. It's a chick video. It's a chick.
I love it.
But he likes it though. I told you it was good. So every now and again I can get him to watch one of my shows with me, and that's always a good thing, for him to do. Somebody said,
no, you skipped one.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't, the glare in my eye. Oh, Atisha said, can you guys explain the difference between all three grades of gas?
Yes, I would love to.
Let me tell you
very
something.
nerdish.
I didn't know 87 I don't care what Alex say. I'm gonna put that. Well, you know what? I drive diesel, so I have to use diesel now. But go ahead and tell
Yes,
the
let
people.
me explain to you. All right. So when it comes to an engine, you have different engines out there. You have your regular economy engines. Let's throw a Chevy Sonic, and the compression ratio is very low. Let's say 9-1. Okay, that's a low economy compression ratio. Then you have your nice performance engines like your Mercedes, they luxury performance cars. They require their compression ratio may be like 11-1 or something like that. So basically what that means is the way the engine compresses the fuel and air mixture. Now let's jump back to regular gasoline. I only look at basically two grades at the pump, regular and premium. The regular will basically pre-combust in a high performance engine, like basically diesel. Diesel vehicles don't use spark plugs. They compress air so tightly, the air literally heats up, and when that diesel is injected, diesel will ignite. Same goes with gasoline engines. The compression is so high on those performance engines. If you're using the wrong grade gas, before the spark plug ignites the fuel and air mixture, the compression, the heat will pre-combust the mixture, causing spark knock, pre-detonation. So that's why it's not a good idea to use regular gasoline in your regular car. Now, most people think, oh, I'm gonna just use premium in my Econo box. Yeah, you can, but you're wasting money.
It ain't gonna do nothing.
It's not gonna do anything. Most people think, oh, it burns cleaner and all this. No, it don't. Now to answer your question about mid grade, like I said, I don't really look at mid grade because it's basically a mixture between premium and regular. They just kind of blended together.
Mid.
Yeah, and it's like for those people like, oh yeah, I just want a cleaner engine. No, gasoline burns very dirty. The only thing that burns really clean is E85. E85, oh my gosh, it is clean. But your vehicle have to be E85 compatible.
It'll say it on it.
Yes.
It should be a badge on the back of your vehicle.
So E85 is good, and it's secret race fuel for those who don't know. Question.
Now they gonna be speeding through them Georgia roads. Not in Forest Park. I done got my ticket, but I need to slow down. All right, Green Turtle, I love it. Had a new automatic transmission put in at the Nissan dealership.
Well, it's been a CVT. Don't even got to tell me.
Dealership said Nissan only gives a 1-year warranty on Frontier transmission. Is that true? You know what, Green Turtle, these dealerships out here doing it whatever they want to do.
They're shiesty. They getting very dirty because they're making it where they first of all they know they transmissions is very problematic. Now they decided where they don't want any other outside shops to buy transmissions. They will not sell to the public.
Some of them. There's one that's an hour away from us will sell transmission, but
most of them won't.
They won't. Like we had a customer to come in and she needed a transmission, so I called them up. Hey, I need to order one. They wouldn't sell. She had to go to them.
And I will not put a used CVT transmission. That is not a good idea because if it's at a junkyard, because most used auto sales people, they sell used auto parts. They get these cars from wrecks and all that. They may have a CVT problem already.
Right, could have. But yeah, to answer your question, I mean, if they said that, these dealerships are doing what they want to do. They're making their own rules. You know what I'm saying? And Tia Sean said, "How did you guys meet?" Oh, what a fun question!
Yes. A very great question. Babe, take it away.
Why I gotta do it?
I'll take it away, dear.
Where you meet me at?
I met you at Baskin and Robbins.
That's a lie.
Hooters.
We met at AutoZone, honey. I worked at AutoZone when I was tender age of 18, and Alex came in to buy brakes and rotors with his older brother, who credits himself for our marriage to
I
this
think
day.
I was sick or something that day. My voice was
Anyway,
gone
he
or
didn't look
something.
he didn't look all that great. He had on these little pants that was in the water. In the
You
South,
always
if your
say
pants in the water, mean you can see your ankle. But it was a jumpsuit, and I was like, well, he must be working, so I'm not gonna judge him by that. And his voice was all hoarse, and I was like, but he's a cutie. And I was like, let me go back and get them these brakes and rotors. But I'm gonna get these digits though.
I called you though.
But who asked for exactly? I was like, you know what? Let me give you my number because let me get your number because you might not call me. But he did. And by the time he called, hell, I forgot who he was.
Like, who is this?
I was like, who?
Dang, how many numbers you done got prior
No,
to
it wasn't
me?
even like that. I just wasn't thinking about it. He called me. He said, what time you get off? I said 6:10. My phone was ringing. Okay.
Yeah, I had to give you a chance to get settled in.
And the rest is history. But we made it all alone. Uncle Mark's DIY. Oh, I like his YouTube. Hi, all from Manitoba, Canada.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at your channel, Uncle Mark's. I see you. Love the content. Really, I like to see other creators in the space. Let's see there. Wendell Greenwich said, have you had experience with BMW N63 engines 4.4 twin turbo V8? I'm replacing a timing chain in the car. Any advice?
I think that make sure you have the special tools. I know some BMW, most European cars require special tools. I recently stopped working on European cars. That's a whole nother video by itself. I will explain. So make sure you
It ain't the car, it's the people. But
I actually love working on like European BMW, Volkswagen, things like that. But just make sure you get the special tools. I would go on Amazon and at least look at a YouTube tutorial. I'm pretty sure someone out there got a video on your particular engine doing the timing chain.
Is that timing chain hard to do?
Anything on a BMW is hard to do. But the front end may have to come off that thing. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes on those European cars, they make you take off the bumper, etc. It's too much. Or what kind of mechanic are you? Are you DIY guy or?
Oh, you do this for a living?
Yeah, let us know. We want to guide you in the right way. Elias Nicholson says, what can be the possible reasons for internal engine rattling in a 95 Ford F-150 that has low compression on all cylinders?
Yeesh. That thing may have some timing issues. The timing chain has stretched. It's a 95. What engine did they use back then? This was before they start putting the 4.6. This probably had one of those Windsor motors in them, like a 5.8 or something. Let me know what engine it has, but most likely that thing has a ton of miles on it. The timing chain has stretched, and when the timing chain stretched, the valves would not open in time and probably start opening late, and you'll lose compression.
5.0.
Okay. Yeah, a cylinder leak down test on that just to check the valves and check the piston rings. But if it's on all cylinder low compression, that's most likely a stretched timing chain, which is pretty easy to do on those. I don't know. The only thing that's kind of a pain in the butt is removing that timing chain covers. One of those bolts like to get stuck, and it's just a pain in the butt. The timing cover gets stuck on there. 158,000 miles.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a ton of miles.
Yeah, don't mean that it could not have happened. It is a 95.
Yeah, those engines are really good.
They're tanks.
Yeah, they are tanks. It's back when they used to make good stuff. Simplicity always wins. Low compression. It may check your head gasket integrity. Just have to run the proper checks. If you check compression, next thing will be to make sure it's not running hot. I'm just giving my input from what I see. I don't have much input to go off of. Did you just get this truck, or you been had the truck, or what happened leading problem? I need to know things like that. Check head gasket integrity, but I think the next step would be doing a cylinder leak down test. The best thing I can say is pull the valve covers. Make sure both of the valves are in the up position. I have a slight little wiggle on that particular cylinder. Then hook up your cylinder leak down tester up to it and ram compressed air into that cylinder. And just listen out for if it's leaking from the crankcase or leaking from the intake or leaking from the exhaust valve, out the exhaust. So
Hope that helped
yeah.
you. You see, Atish said, "Oh, AutoZone so appropriate, isn't it? Though that's so crazy." AutoZone. I was
Yes.
working there as the parts counter.
AutoZone is one of our big suppliers to this day.
Yeah.
Comes around full circle.
Right. Can y'all explain why wheel spaces are bad for most cars? And I work at the airport, by the way. Oh, cool. You work at the airport, so you're not far from the shop at all.
Wheel spaces. I'm not too much of a wheel guy, but to try to answer your question, and I haven't did much research on this, so if anybody else if anybody else have the input on this, by all means, write down in the comments. Anytime you had wheel space, you're adding extra material. That extra material can flex, and anything that's flexing excessively in metal will eventually cause that metal to fatigue and break. Dealing with wheels, if something breaks with the metal, your wheel is coming off. So that's the simplicity answer to your question. That's why people don't like wheel spacers, because that designed for the wheel to stick out that extra bit.
Elias says he currently works at AutoZone. Oh, that's nice. Cool. Got to get in his zone, man. Wendell Greenwich says, I have special tools for the 4.4 timing chain, but I think I will have to remove the engine because of limited space, and I believe the cylinder head needs to be removed.
The cylinder head shouldn't have to be removed. I doubt if they designed it like that. Now, you can either remove the engine or remove that front end. I think it's designed for the front end to come off. Because, yeah, you're right. European cars love to put like this much space. I'm like, come on, y'all. Just reason. So yeah, front end gonna have to come off like most Volkswagens. I'm a big Volkswagen guy. Not too much of a BMW guy, but I do know what it takes to work on them.
Yeah, we used to take in VWs, just that like I said, it's not the car, it's the customer. They come in here, and some of these, especially these later model BMWs, I almost said VMW. I wonder what that would look like.
Rename your own car.
Right. Long story short, when someone comes to a mom and pop shop like us, and you have that kind of car, you're looking to save money. And that's understandable. That's great. We welcome that. However, the parts are sometimes, the aftermarket parts sometimes are finicky with these these European cars. So if we say, hey, we need to get your part from the dealership in order to make sure that, it's going to work, blah, blah, blah.
They have a problem
with it every time. Or, we've had one lady, she came in, simple stuff. She wanted her door locks. She had a Mercedes. She wanted door handles fixed and some other minor stuff. She gets the stuff from Amazon, right? Which is fine. Okay. And this is another reason why we don't do outside parts. Brings it in. The way it's designed, Alex has to drill through the little plastic thing.
Yeah, it's had plastic rivets. Later on, I figured out that door handle was only meant to be replaced if you're replacing the whole door panel,
which costs $600 at the dealership, which explains why she went to Amazon.
And they have like little repair kits, like you can save, just buy this little repair kit. But yeah, buy those little repair kits, the finishing touches and the alignment is never gonna be right. Never.
So she complained that it didn't line up right. I'm like, lady, you got it.
And I didn't even see. I'm like, to me, it was perfect. I'm like, you ain't get no better than this. Go buy the whole door panel then.
So she wanted a refund. And I said, well, ma'am, this is designed for you to get from dealership. I called the dealership. I said, ma'am, no, you didn't. Need the part number right here. And they lie, So that was the last straw. I just feel like, now there are about 4 or 5 people that we still work on their European vehicle, but
they understand.
They understand. They never have an issue. Whatever Alex say, they're gonna do. But other people, no. because you know
when you don't listen to it, I'm not trying to toot my own whistle or anything, but when you don't listen to me,
with my little flute, I toot it for you.
when you don't listen to me, things never turn out right in my customer favor. I'm like, well, I tried to tell you, and most of the time they just get mad at me. I'm like,
yeah,
okay, so to protect my name, I've made a lot of changes.
right, absolutely, a lot of changes and a lot of, you know, it is what it is. You know, you take your car to the dealership or somewhere else. You know. Wendell Greenwich says, so I guess you haven't replaced the timing chain on the N63 engine, which is cool, because you can't put the timing cover back on with the cylinder head still torqued down. Not trying to talk down. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, you know, one thing I like about Alex is, you know, he's open to learning. You know, he probably hasn't. We don't do a lot of BMWs by choice.
No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? So we got you, Wendell. He said, let me ask you this. How do you deal with customers who have you replaced a part, but something else failed that's completely unrelated and they try to blame you? Happens all the time. And so what I like to do is education is key. Everything, this channel, the mission at the shop, everything is designed by education.
Down to my lobby table.
Down to the front lobby table. And we'll do a short and show you how Alex built the table out of an old engine. However,
I use it all the time.
That's why we document every single thing. And I always have graphs to show them. I show you, baby, this belt is up here. What you talking about is under here. Those two are unrelated.
And I explained to them the procedure I used to change this particular part had nothing to do with your rear wheel. Right. I didn't even go back there.
We get that all the time. And most of the time, I say 95% of the time, they'd be like, oh, well, okay, well, how much is that going to cost? You know what I'm saying? So, especially oil leaks. You know, when you fix one, if you got this car that's just got multiple oil leaks and, you know, you got to start here. And then sometimes it's going to go to the next weakest point. So I explain that I'm very thorough when it comes to explaining things beforehand. Hey, you need to watch out for this. I know we just replace this valve cover gasket or whatever it is. Sometimes they go to the next weakest point.
And it will do that. The only guaranteed solution is to replace every seal on that car, just like rubber hoses. Yeah, you replace the top radiator hose and don't do the bottom radiator hose. Guess what? It's just gonna, that top radiator hose that you fix is pressure is just gonna build up and go to the weakest length, which is the other bottom radiator hose or the heater lines. So,
yeah. So
same concept.
Answer your question, Wendell. We just educate. Like Alex will over-educate you before he ever take advantage of you. Like sometimes some of the customers be looking like, bro, I just
and I'll be like, I'm sorry, I just love talking about this stuff. And I want you to understand.
Yeah, and you know, and most of the time they say okay, and they come back and get whatever we suggest later on. But we do get that all the time, and just educate the people. Most of the time, you got to think we're in the auto repair industry, and I also do auto sales. It kind of got a bad stigma. It kind of got, they automatically think they're trying to get taken advantage of, but
this is crazy. My old sister-in-law thought I was trying to take advantage. I had to sit down and I was like, I didn't think I really had to sit down and explain to you in simple terms. And she was like, yeah, you got to explain to me because I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so you got to have patience with people. Patience in this industry wins.
Yeah, and everybody's not our customer, you know, even everybody's just not. So, you know, everybody don't like Alex the car doctor. And once we receive and accept that, we just gonna roll with the people who rocking with us. Atisha said, could you describe each other in one word? Oh man, you over here playing marriage connection. Describe him in one word.
She said each other. Describe my wife in one word. One word. So many words.
Know what? And this is not a masculine or feminine word.
I'm gonna beat you too. I'm gonna say supportive.
I am very supportive. Yes.
Fair, and that's what I was looking for.
He's just a lovely person, sweet, kind. There was more than one word. I'm gonna just say lovely. He's just a lovely guy. Very lucky to be married to him. Very lucky.
And I'm lucky to be married to my wife. The support is amazing. Like once you find that support, you got to hold on to it. woman try to reach out to me. I'm like, look, I answer any car
You can't
question
get mad
you
at her for
want.
shooting her shot. She did good.
Still.
Go ahead, girl, shoot your shot. And it be like that sometimes. He is a handsome guy, so whatever. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna my shoes, my Crocs. I ain't worrying about it,
Mhm.
She said, I'll stop by again so y'all can see my face. I won't hide behind the computer. Come on down. You know where we at. Come on down.
Oh.
Yeah. Especially if you're that close, then
Mhm.
we'll be at the shop working and stuff, shooting videos and stuff like that. But that's it. I mean, we love cars. I mean, you know what? Let me not lie. I don't even like cars. Okay. I don't even know why I was working at AutoZone, but I was. And I really, really only do this to support him.
But hey, y'all see how smart my wife is? It's because of
Oh,
all these
That's
years.
because he talked to me to cars. That's why. And even if I don't want to listen, he gonna talk anyway. So,
Eat, sleep, breathe this stuff. I gotta
yeah.
tell somebody about it.
Right. It says, yeah, I like your channel because you really seem like an honest man, and it's hard to find an honest mechanic like me. Oh, you okay then?
Nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And
Mhm.
I'm glad to see somebody else honest out there. I was just talking to my wife about it. I'm like, a lot of people say that. I could be a doggone crook.
No, you can tell by somebody's
how many
eyes if
people
they're a
know
crook.
I'm
You can just get the vibe. You know, a
I'm
creep.
honest. I'm just to answer the question, but I'm just saying, like, how do y'all, see that on my videos?
No,
How
it's
y'all
just that.
seeing
Oh, I
right
skipped
through me?
one. Hold on, I'm gonna get back to you, JW. Ryan, Alex, I'm going to attempt a serpentine belt and power steering pump belt on a 2011 Camry. Some say I have to remove the tire, and others don't. Your thoughts? Thank you very much.
If you remove the tire, of course, that's going to make it a lot easier on you, but you don't have to. Most of the time when I'm doing things like that, I have a lift. So I can simply turn the tire to the right. Most of the time to the right, giving me access to everything I need. And I normally don't have to remove the tire, but I have a lift. But if you're at home,
yeah.
I suggest removing the tire to make it
Can he
lot
jack it
easier.
up though and put it on like jack stands and
Yes.
turn it all the way to the right?
Well, yeah, but when you remove the tire, you can get up in there a lot easier. So that's why you're getting mixed signals about this subject, because the ones that saying, you don't have to remove that. They have the luxuries of a full shop and a lift, and you're talking to professional mechanics. And the other ones that saying, you have to remove the tire, they're the DIY people, and that's more down your lane of what you need to be professional mechanics at full-blown shops with nice equipment.
Whatever works best for you. That's always the key. Whatever works best for you. A lot of people.
I always say work smarter, not hard.
Yeah, but whatever works best for him. So if you could jack it up put it on jack stands, turn it wheel and get to it. But if you have to take that tire off, take it off.
Yeah.
So
it's just a tire unless you have
I'm interested now. When you put the belt on, tell us how you did it.
Unless you have a wheel lock you done lost and like, I can't get this tire off. That's another story.
Wendell says, where did you get your experience? Oh, that's a
fun question. I did go to school, but I didn't learn much in school. And when I got my first job back when I was 18, my first real automotive job, I feel that they were holding me back. Like they wouldn't let me do nothing but oil changes. I'm like, please let me do
getting paid $7 an hour. The check was like $330 a week, and we had a baby on the way at the time. We got married young, guys. We got married at like 19. But
so I would say if you're like in the industry, I just kept hopping around jobs. I've had quite a few jobs. Mainly I quit because the shop wanted me to do the wrong thing. But I got most of my experience out here on the road,
mobile mechanic
by myself.
Sherrod, I don't know if you're still on, but will give you a lot of experience.
A lot of experience. They teach you all about people in the process.
Okay.
Because I've had many people just like not straight up not pay me.
Right. Run off with the money on Christmas Eve one time. That's another video. We'll tell y'all all about that. But
I stayed getting ripped off when I was a mobile mechanic.
I will say this, I watched. First of all, let me let y'all know this. Toot my own horn because I don't care. I have the pleasure. I bought Alex his first toolbox
did.
ever. Okay, we had just started dating. I was like, ooh,
And I got something to add.
I
Go ahead.
like him a lot. I'm about to. And he had this tackle box, this yellow tackle
Random
box
stuff in it.
of random miscellaneous tools that he just had found around the hood. I don't know. And I was like,
It was
you
a
know what?
Cobalt set.
I had quit AutoZone. We had been dating for a few months, and I moved over to working for Lowe's. And we would window shop a lot back then, just wanting our own place and
Mhm.
things. You know, two teenagers basically. And he had his own this Cobalt tool set. And so when I got paid, I used half my little bitty check because it was half, and I got him that toolbox for his birthday. And it was the first birthday we spent together.
And to add to that, research and read a lot.
Oh, yeah.
read a lot. I
Because
just
you only
I
went to
love this
school and
stuff.
got like a certificates for brakes.
No, it was more than
No, man, I was there. It was like I mean, you got to take other classes,
that.
but
That's what it was.
you really
like
didn't.
Atlanta Tech was so
Tech,
unorganized.
yeah.
I was supposed to be there to take certificate, but they had me in there taking engine courses,
Yeah.
transmission stuff, and by the time they finally realized it, they was like, "Oh yeah, we got you in the wrong program, but
Yeah.
you've been
He was
finished."
only supposed to go for brakes because it was during his senior year in high school, but he somehow snuck and took other
Yeah.
classes, like, you know, that
It
would
was
benefit his
it was a
career.
blessing.
But really, the experience doing not necessarily an education
And reading.
and
I
reading.
study. I mean, I just read a lot.
He had ASCs. He's not a good test taker, so he let them the few that he did get, he let them expire.
ASC, ask someone else. That's exactly what it is. I've met a lot of master technicians
That don't know
in my
squat.
past, and I'm like, dude, you're a master, and you got a $30,000 box. You don't know how to fix this? It's just ridiculous. I'm like, so I don't see ASCs and this.
Yeah,
It's
somebody
just,
commented, "Oh
phony.
well, if I'm an ASC master mechanic, they make me a car doctor. If you want to be, baby,
Yeah.
if you want to be, but them ASCs that don't mean nothing over here."
Mm-mm.
All right, JWC Tech. See, y'all see how passionate I get. Somebody come for my man. I be ready to fight. I be ready to fight. Okay. What ended up being wrong with the white 300? I missed the conclusion. Oh, we haven't got. You know the
You
white.
know, I have to run more. I was gonna do a video on it, but it was so hectic during the end of the
Yeah.
we was trying to get up out of here. I didn't even touch Friday. I supposed to, but yeah, it was just so hectic. I was trying to
A little
get
bit
up
of
out there.
backstory. So she got the starter replaced and she got a brake light switch replaced. And so it got towed into the shop, not running. Alex did some kind of trick to get it running, but we need to figure out why it's what.
The computer signal is there. Like when I look at my scanner and I hit the start button, it's sending the signal to crank, but it's not getting there. There's another signal from I think some type of other little module or something that I need to check. So it's probably some type of bad module or something going on with it.
We'll do an update shorter something for you, JW. I know he be on there all the time. JWC Tech. For Chevy Girl. Okay, girl. Hey. I like when ladies come on because we like, educate. Says I have a 2014 Dodge Durango Citadel. Oh, we got one in the shop now. The motor is 3.6. The Citadel Durango we got.
It's a 5.7 Hemi though. Yes,
oh,
it's a
dang.
Citadel.
But it's still a Citadel.
Mhm.
Okay. 3.6 is tapping. I've had a couple of people tell me to get rid of it because it's gonna take too much to fix a lifter.
No, not really.
All right, depending on where you're at in the country, I know we can do that lifter job for about on the 3.6, probably about $2,000.
And that includes a cam, don't it?
No, if it's a cam, it'll be a little bit more, but not like
probably
about $2,500. Probably about $2,500.
I don't deal with the prices anymore. And when I go in, I suggest everyone do this with if they have a 3.6 Pentastar or whoever they let work on their vehicle, make sure they do them all. Most people, they'll just fix the bad ones and send it out the door and they'll just be back.
No, we do them all so that you won't have to come back. And it makes no sense.
With milling parts. Milling haven't let me down yet. And I've done, oh my gosh, too many to think of lifter jobs. And the only parts that let me down when I don't go milling or
Seal Power?
Seal Power, I just don't like the name. But I haven't had an issue with them yet.
Okay, babe. But for Chevy girl, listen,
Mhm.
if you get rid of your car, what you gonna get? It's something wrong with all of them,
Mhm.
unless you gonna get you a Toyota.
It's best to know your demons.
Yeah, if you know, if you like your car, honey, fix your car, honey. Keep it if you want to.
Because it's a nice truck.
Unless you gonna get you a Toyota now. You gonna get rid of it, get you something that's not gonna have you on the side of the road. So please don't do Kia.
No. Oh my gosh.
Althea Sean Becker says, why do Chrysler's vehicles have bad designs? Sheesh.
It's see, Chrysler is no longer American vehicles. Like, I don't know. Do Americans make good stuff anymore still?
Listen, and we got a video coming up about this. Okay, nothing's 100% really made in America anymore. So some of them, I think there's a sticker or something that tells you what percentage of the car is made in
Wow,
America.
I didn't know that.
I'm gonna look that up, Google that. But some of that stuff comes from China. Something I do know that okay, Chrysler was sold to Fiat, which is an Italian company, but then they became.
But Fiat already had crappy cars. I was like, why did they?
Well, they got sold to Fiat, and y'all help me in the chat. Then now they formed this company called Stellantis. So,
I think it's just a car kind of ruined, and Fiat already kind of did a job.
I don't know, but I do know a Chrysler Pacifica got a what $2,000 rack and pin. Crazy to me.
Parts is ridiculous.
Crazy.
I think Americans, when stuff is American made, in my opinion, I think we are the American people. So if I'm at a factory, I'm gonna want good stuff because that vehicle is potentially going to one of my family members, and I want my family members and good stuff. So I think that's where, when it's made in America, it really is kind of quality. I don't know. It's just my assumption.
I don't know that no more. I don't. Listen, if it break, we go fix it. That's all.
That's right.
I'm sorry. Let me see.
Let me scoot.
You're trying to get closer to me. That's all. Just say that. Say you want to be.
There we go.
On me. I'm just playing. Uncle Marks says, you two seem like a nice couple for sure. We can tell you care about the viewers. Oh, for sure.
Thank
it
means a lot to me.
Alex, don't play that. We better be doing it for the consumer or we ain't doing it. Simple as that, you know. And everybody wants to do YouTube, you know, to make a gajillion dollars, and that's all cool, but not we never for sale.
At the end of the day, I don't do it for that. Heck, I don't even want to be famous.
Yeah,
I'm just the average guy. I'm like, but it is starting to get out of hand, and I'm like, I never asked for this. I'm just really out here just trying to share my knowledge so people won't get ripped off, because my philosophy is what goes around come around. And I would like for someone to share their knowledge and helpful information to me, even in a field that I don't know about.
Correct.
So I can, help save me money.
If YouTube stop paying today,
I still do it.
We still gonna make a video tomorrow.
Do it for the money. My shop and the car dealership that we have makes great money.
Yeah.
No, this is a bonus, and everybody likes money, but it's at the end of the day, it's for the consumers.
Absolutely. So thank you, Uncle Marks, my fellow YouTube guy. That's what it is. What up, family? What's up? Hey, listen, can I know your name? Because I don't know what this say. Let me see if I can.
You're not gonna be
something about a car. I see CAR at the end.
Yes. Something.
JW Tech, smash that like button. That's right. You got a YouTube channel? Let us know. I'm gonna look you up.
Milwaukee Fuel. Do you do 2 reviews?
I'm gonna go and see tonight. JWC Tech, for real though. Ho Orellana. Okay. I got a 07 Dodge. I bypassed the heater core because it was leaking, and after the bypass, even if it's leaking over my gas pedal and my passenger side, it's not my drain tube. I've removed it. No debris or block. What you thinking?
I'm gonna need more information. Are you running your AC? Because if you bypass your heater core properly, you shouldn't have anything else running in your vehicle. And it's a Dodge. What? Do you have a sunroof?
Oh, it was a Dodge Charger. What you got?
I need more information, because if you have a sunroof, it's possible that one of your drain tubes has came loose or is leaking because your drain is stopped up. If you have a sunroof.
Caramel 68 said, "Hey Alex,
hello.
What's happening, Black?" 07 Nissan Altima 3.5 SE. Do you do the timing chains, and do you have anyone who do clutch jobs?
Now, if it's a manual, I love manual transmissions. I'm just not an automatic guy. So yes, clutch jobs, sign me up. Do that in a heartbeat. Timing chains, I love doing timing chains. Sign me up for that as well.
Mm-hmm. It says, if a DIYer is working on air conditioning system of a car, do you really need to have a fancy? Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna say that yes on live.
Yes,
Because if you don't, you're getting fined 25 racks.
And
stacks, okay?
there's a snitch incentive out there. You can go around snitching on people and make big bank.
money. I'm talking
Big
about
money.
in the thousands.
I'm
But,
like, shoot, if my business don't work, I'm going around snitching on people.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I see this person.
Get my
letting out.
binoculars. Oh, he ain't got no
Yup,
machine.
man.
But yes, it's supposed to protect the environment. You have to recover it properly. If they catch you, I think I'm gonna have to Google it, but it's like 25,000, something
The
like
fines
that.
are
The
hefty.
fines are hefty. They even trying about putting you in jail. I was
It's
like,
not worth it. Now, of course, a lot of people do that, and most of the time it's going to be okay. But to me, as a big business owner, that is a big no-no.
Yep, and we gotta advise you to do the right thing. All right, always. Caramel 68 says, "Lovely couple, girl. We
Thank
try, okay."
But what we call ourselves, babe?
What?
Ebony
Ebony and Ivory. For those you don't know, I know a lot of people assume Alex is Spanish. He's not. His
No.
mother is a white woman.
I fooled her though.
I thought he was Puerto Rican, y'all. Dang, I was trying to get a little flavor in my life. But his mother is white. His father was a black man, so he's mixed. Okay, but
Simple
yeah,
as that.
that's why I call us Ebony and Ivory now. We've been married. Be this year 16 years. 16
Together
years.
17.
Together 17. We got 5 kids, 1 cat, 1 dog.
And a gecko.
Yep, and a gecko. Can't forget about him. Says, why do Dodge Joel says, why do Dodge Charger owners don't know when they have a lift issue? And I hear it all the time. And
that is so true.
we do the same thing. We be like, oh, her lift is ticking. Oh, her just riding her lift, just tapping away.
Most of the time it's because of people are not educated, and this goes back to my channel. I want to educate people. Then you have knucklehead mechanics. Oh, they supposed to sound like that. My last the 5 lifter jobs ago. Yeah, I think it was probably more than that. But she was like, yeah, some mechanic told me it's supposed to sound like
this.
The
Dodge Journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, and you didn't listen to him because you would have.
We got one customer, he know his lift is bad. He don't care.
Yeah,
sometimes they just don't care. They finna ride it till the wheels fall off.
It's like, dude, this is a beautiful Durango, and
he just still riding it to this day.
It's terrible too.
That cam gonna get ate up.
Oh, it's already ate. You don't even hear it tick no more.
Gene 1984 G. That was so sweet. This man love too. Let me tell you about a man. Y'all so easy. It ain't really that hard. You know what I'm saying? Give that man something to eat. Buy that man a tool
and a car part.
And here recently, I learned this. I said, Alex, I really want you to cut this. Babe, cut this. I want you to trim this. And I kept saying over and over. I said, just buy the tool. He gonna want to play with it. So I bought the little new trimmer. Boy, Alex was out there. I said,
into it, bro.
That's it. You ain't gotta nag no man. Just buy the toy. The toy is the tool that you need to get that job done. Just buy the new shiny toy. That man gonna go out there and do it. Men are very easy. Yes, you do love tools. All right, so let's see what we got. Caramel 68 says, I'll be coming soon. I need a diagnostic on my 2016 Chrysler 200. Come on down and make sure you say you Caramel 68 so I can remember you. Yes. I will remember you.
Can't forget a name like that.
Right. So y'all know the history of braking systems on cars. If y'all do, please explain. Baby, I do know. But Alex, what you got?
The history of braking systems. What aspect? I need more information because I don't want to go down the wrong road.
Go down the rabbit hole. Yes. So be specific.
Like we're talking about recent years, or we're talking about 60s and 70s. I need to know more information because I don't want to give you a history lesson and you be like, that's not what I asked for, Alex. So I'm gonna need more information.
Ryan says, waiting for the fixing the vehicle. Harbor Freight 2 said, have a great evening. Thanks for help about the belts. I love it. Have a good evening, Ryan. Hey, we like Harbor Freight.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. For Chevy Girl says, Jean, I'm a woman. I hear tapping, so that's why I want a second opinion. That's right. Come on now. Hear that tapping and keep on going. Wendell says he's been a mechanic for over 17 years now.
You up there with
tell
me?
by the way another mechanic talks and how they replace parts to know if they are crooked. Now finding the shortcut and being a hack is different. Yes, you're absolutely right about that. I think okay.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, I'll send my kids.
Oh, they so nice here at the campground. They're having an ice cream social and invited us. It says,
I love camping world.
Yeah. If a person is very interested in wanting to diagnose and repair vehicles and they have learning disabilities that make them struggle with learning, what can be a good way to help them out? This is a great question. Yeah, great question.
Believe it or not, I have a learning disability. They don't look like it. And that's why sometimes I don't gather my words as quick. I be messing up words. It's like sometimes I'm a little slow with processing things. But if you look at me, you'll never think that. It's mainly because I think my grandma spoiled me when I was a kid, and she sure did. Maybe ADHD. I don't know what it is, but sometimes it is a little. But what was the question?
He says, what you need to do, my sweetheart, is find what works best for you in learning and stick to that no matter what.
Like what works best for me is
straight down here.
I like reading and watching videos to follow up with what I talked about, what I'm reading about or trying to learn about. I'm more of a hands-on type person. So sometimes reading won't get it for me. And sometimes videos won't get it for me. So sometimes I physically have to go out there and tear something up or just tear it apart, even though I can't put it back together. But that's how I learned. I've been tearing stuff up
since he was a little boy. Okay, his grandmama told me when she was alive. God rest her soul.
Taking part VCRs, just taking part anything I can around the house that a Phillips head screwdriver will go into. So I was very destructive. I just always want to know how things work.
And he's had many other texts over the years. Oh, you need to do it this way, or you need to. Hey, to each their own. However you learn best. Because I think, according to his grandmother and according to what I've read in his old documents, Alex has ADHD. Sometimes numbers confuse him and things like that. And our daughter also has the same thing.
And I wouldn't necessarily call it a disability.
Yeah,
the world calls it a disability.
And it doesn't mean one thing I always preach to our daughter, and to him: however you do it best, do it. Just do your best. So if, like, I'm a reader, I love to read. He hates reading. So
I like reading about what I'm interested in.
But if he had a choice, he's more of an audio guy. So you need to get self-awareness is everything.
And I'm able to think outside the box with normal people can't do. They like, how you pictured it in my head and pictured myself doing it and I acted on it.
Yeah. So however you do it best, boo. So what's your opinion on Jasper transmission?
Jasper.
Just put one in my 05 Pontiac Bonneville. I like Bonneville. I had a Grand Am.
I hear nothing but great things about Jasper engines and transmission with Jasper company in general. I never really had any complaints throughout the years of customers people I've been talking to. I personally haven't put in a Jasper reman or I haven't personally put in a Jasper part, but I've seen plenty put in, and I've serviced plenty that had the Jasper sticker on it, and it was still purring like a kitten.
Never heard nothing bad. Never heard nothing bad.
Oh, they costly, but in this world, you get what you pay for. You got to pay for quality.
JWC says, my girl also bought my first toolbox. It was Waterloo.
Sweet.
You know she's a keeper since 1996. That's awesome, bro. We got them. Hey, man, shout out to your girl. And I'm telling you, when you see a good man, you just be like, bam, I got to get him. I got to help him, take him to the top.
Yeah, without my wife, I'd be nothing. Won't
Yeah.
be no Alex the car doctor.
Yes, I like I said, I really don't like cars. I'm into whatever he's into, whatever that is. Like, and, on another video we'll talk about it. But before he was a shop owner, mechanic, we used to go to the pull apart, and I was always with him. So he would board or something old out of another car, put it underneath the car he was working on, keep me from the heat, and I just lay under there and
watch
talk
me work.
and watch him
That was
work.
before the kids.
Yeah, I got kids now. It says Mikey Saucedo, when's the Porsche 911 GT3 reveal?
No clue. I don't follow Porsche like that, nor do I work on mini Porsche. Not that I can't. I can work on anything. It's just like I said, I don't work on European cars anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But
so we don't get to see or interact with a lot of it. But I mean, we'll research it though, since I know y'all have those questions. Kenneth Williams says, I know Kia and Hyundai have engine issues, but do Genesis have the same issue?
The same thing.
I'm about to stop at the Genesis. You never hear nobody talking about because they garbage.
It's a glorified Kia.
It's horrible. Parts are hard to find. Parts so hard to find. This guy had a wheel hub. Remember that? He had to wind up getting a used assembly because then it was
just like a Maserati is a glorified Chrysler 300. Yes, Maserati is Chrysler Fiat. For those who didn't know.
Yeah. Don't get no Genesis.
Mm-mm.
Ho says it's a Caliber, or I'm sorry. You know what, JoJo? I speak Spanish fluently, and when I see that J and that Oriana name, I automatically make the H sound. So I'm sorry, JoJo. Charge it to my head and not my heart. Just let me know in the comments what I'm supposed to call you. But anyway,
it's a Caliber.
It's a Caliber. No sunroof. Dodge Caliber. No sunroof. I'm running the AC and the Max AC. I've been told it's the condenser block. I run a lot of AC because it's Texas and it's getting pretty hot.
So what's going on? I made a great video pertaining to this same exact situation. Not same car, but it was on a Toyota. And what was happening is the floorboard was filling up with water. And that's the condensation from the core inside. On every car with AC, and some cars come without AC. I'm not going to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
It has a tube mainly somewhere behind the engine near the firewall. And your drain tube is most likely stopped up or came disconnected and causing water to enter your passenger compartment. So you simply just have to find your drain tube, run some compressed air, or just check it, make sure it's not.
Or at least start there. Vic V33 says left side of journey blows hot and cold. Right side only blows hot. What are the first things I should look at? Thanks and best wishes.
Okay, so you must have the dual zone AC. Dual zone climate control, meaning the passenger want hot and the driver want cold. They can adjust their knobs. So the first thing you need to look at is the blend-door motor. It's what separates the hot and cold. And you're going to have two blend-door motors on that particular vehicle. So I will start there, the blend-door actuator motor.
All right, start there. He says it means diagnose car in Chinese. Oh, wow.
Oh, man, that's cool.
Now I know. And I'll never forget it now. Yes. Now when I see you pop up.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I remember his back. I see the car.
Yeah, diagnose Chinese.
That's neat.
Mud Life. What's the best budget bi-directional scanner tool for a very small shop?
I've been running Autel because it just does so much. Now budget, some people budget is different from my budget, so you'll have to kind of give me a number because I may say $500 is a good budget scanner, and you be like, man, I'm more talking about $10,000. Well, you get $500.
Hey, man, that small shop might be making that big money.
So you kind of have to let me know your budget because then I can better help you with that.
But though,
I like Autel. It haven't let me down yet. Yeah. It's an Android-based scanner, and it does well with European cars, American cars.
Better than that Snap-on one.
Yes, and it comes with more. I wouldn't go Snap-on. It's just really overpriced. I did extensive research on this, and Autel came up in my book.
Yep. JWC Tech says if you're looking for experienced tech to work at your shop, you should consider contacting Flat Rate Master. I follow him. Yes, he's in Atlanta and looking for a new shop. Dang, why? He seemed like he's the man over at the shop. I'm gonna have to go watch his channel and catch up and see what he been up to. But thanks for that. Chevy Girl, we are located in Morrow, Georgia, right outside Atlanta, minutes from the airport off of Forest Park Highway.
Jurassic
Parkway.
Park.
Is it Forest Park?
Yeah, Forest Parkway.
Oh, yeah, Forest Parkway. And just Google it. It'll have the address.
Yeah, just Google Alex the Car Doctor. You'll see everything that pops up.
All right. It says GT Suspension and Auto said, "What's up, brother?"
Hey.
He says, "You're one of my mentors."
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, inspiration. Good out there and get it, baby. It's out here for you. It's yours for the taking. It's enough money for everybody. All right. Wendell says, "Do you love doing live streams just to give away knowledge for free?"
Yes,
pretty much. Yeah.
I look at it like this: I can't die with it. I gotta let people know. I'll give you all my legit.
And I will tell you this, fun fact about Alex. He's very and I know it don't seem that way because we on live and stuff, but he don't have no friends.
I got trust issues out the wazoo.
So yeah, he's literally. I am his friend. He goes.
My family is my friend.
Work to home, home to work.
I don't go clubbing. I don't do that stuff.
So talking to y'all is fun. I am surprised to see that he enjoys doing it. So all that go out to the bar and drink with him. He doesn't.
I can drink at home.
Yeah, basically.
And watch my kids talk about, "Oh, daddy, you drunk too many beers. You got drunk." Like, go, man, get on somewhere.
JWC says Top Gun Phoenix Light is a good buy. Red. Yeah, thank you, JWC. Yeah, the lunch. Oh, lunch. How do you feel about lunch?
I don't like it. I tried it once, but this is probably way back in the day, and they probably have gotten better now. So maybe so. I just don't like the interface. I like the interface on the Altair is so much cleaner and easier to understand.
So I'm trying to figure out who asked that question. I can't scroll up, but yeah, listen to JWC Tech if you're not into Altair.
It seems like he reviewed tools. Yeah. So he probably would know a lot more than I do when it comes to tools.
Check out his channel too. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone now and see what. But check out JWC Tech. He said, "Thanks, it still run good. I'm trying to teach my kids how to drive a 6-speed."
Yeah, that's a dying. It's a dying. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a dying
practice.
No.
Art.
Yes, it's a dying art. Manual transmission.
Can a crankshaft sensor fail without codes? Julio Garcia asks.
I think I've seen that happen before. It just depends on vehicle. When you have dibble dabbled inside, I've been for the last couple of years and looking at the layout. Some manufacturers don't. They will not trigger a crankshaft position sensor code, and they'll just leave it out of the code list. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
All right, we're gonna take a couple of more, but we got to wrap it up because it's getting dark and we are in the campground, and I don't want to be having y'all watch us in the dark. So I think JoJo said his drain tube is clear in the previous comment. The guy with the
is he
Dodge Caliber?
Yeah.
Drain tube was clear.
Is he sure? Gotta be. If it's clear, that means it came disconnected. Because I had a Toyota like that.
All right.
So it may be clear, but it's probably disconnected.
It says my mechanic replaced the upstream oxygen sensor. 200 miles later, the P0420 CAT code popped up. They told me now I need a new CAT. Should I just replace the downstream O2 sensor first? 05 Bunnyville.
Okay, so the point of an oxygen sensors are the upstream. In simple terms, the upstream pretty much protects the CAT. It's the one that tells the computer, like, hold on, you're putting out way too much fuel, back down. And the downstream, that's the quality control, basically saying, hey, the CAT is actually putting out clean stuff. If it's just strictly throwing a CAT code, most likely it's your catalytic converter, but I wouldn't go with that right off the bat. You need to make sure your vehicle is up to speed with maintenance, meaning make sure the tune-up is good, because if your spark plugs is not firing correctly, you will be not firing all that. You'll not be burning all that fuel, and burnt fuel will be going down the exhaust. The cat just can't clean that out. If your engine is very dirty, like it's a lot of if there's a lot of carbon deposits in that engine, the emissions will be greater. The cat just can't clean that up. So my recommendation is to make sure your car is up to speed on maintenance. Make sure the have a fuel induction service done. Have a tune-up done if you haven't had one yet, and then retry. Meaning re-race the codes and just drive it again.
Mud Life says that his budget is $200 to $600 for the scanner.
I'm biased towards Autel. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, but check out. So I tell you, between Autel and Lunch, like my boy said, JWC Tech, just look into both of those, and whatever tickles your fancy, go to that. With Autel hasn't let us down.
Everybody is gonna be different. You may not like the Autel interface, and may be like, oh yeah, Lunch is so much better. I just love using. It's really what what you're looking for.
But they're very competitive with each other. I will say that. Wendell says, I wish my girlfriend would hang out with me in the shop. She just likes spending the money it makes. Well, look, you know what? I don't know. I don't have no comment for that. I mean, every woman is different, Yes. I like to be around Alex a lot. So wherever he gonna be, I try to be there too. So, but I do like to spend the money he make too. So I don't know. I like to spend it.
Yeah, I have nothing for that. I can only tell you car stuff, but yeah, all I know is what I was looking for somebody that love being attached to my hip everywhere I go. So.
Yes, I am. All right. Something I don't know. The 9EJ something. I'm gonna call you EJ. There's this weird whining noise that is annoying ASL. I cannot for the life of me pinpoint it, and it only happens when my wife is with me in the car. Can you please help? This nagging and whining got me. It's a joke.
Oh,
I hope it's a joke.
Yeah, it's gotta
and
be.
That's a good one.
I'm about to use that one, man.
Hey, man, if there was an award to be given, it's to you tonight. You hear me?
Oh my God.
Is this famous is this the famous automotive? I don't know about that. Maybe.
Hey, y'all can be the deciding factor. Like I said, I'm not here for fame.
We here for y'all, for real. I recently got a water pump change. After the change, I'm hearing a continuous tick. What's that?
I would need to know
your make and model, Bobby. Let us know your make, model, engine size. Julio Garcia says, gracias, thanks. And I see this. I see you a lot. Melodic tunes. He always commenting. I love what y'all do together. Oh, thank you so much, baby. Uncle Marks. I will listen to the end, but just want to say great live stream, great questions and answers. Thank you, Uncle Marks.
Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate that. Say that was a good one. It sure was. That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right. This is the last one, guys, because it's at the end of my list.
Yes.
Jojo, I had a boyfriend look, and he's made sure it's not the hose. He said it could be a bad core. And he did the bypass on the firewall, just stumped on what it can be. Okay, they stumped. So he did the bypass. So This is a lady. Okay.
So it could also be extra coolant that's still draining out of the heater core. Because if the heater core was bypassed, that means the heater core was busted. So sometimes the heater core still be full of liquid coolant, and it could be just still coming out the heater core. But I will still need more information. Like,
see if you can record a video and send it to him on Instagram.
Yes, that would help.
That would help us get a visual of what's going on.
And are you able to identify it? Meaning, does it look like straight water, or does it smell like coolant still? And take a picture of your engine bay where he bypassed it. I would like to see how he did it, and just send it over to me.
Yeah, send a video over, and maybe we can help you with that. He had a 2.7 Dodge Charger with an 08 motor in it. He had a tick after he did the water pump on it. And those got those internal water pumps in
Yes, it does.
Is it
I would
timing?
no, it's probably upper end. Because if that water pump went out, it probably contaminated the oil with coolant, and he's probably just gonna have to do. And I know those engines have a bad sludge problem, so I would need to know if it's real black and sludgy up on top of your engine, like when you took off the valve cover. I would need to know that, or was it clean to better help to better answer
Help.
that. Yeah, to better help me answer that question for you.
All right.
But it could be just contaminated oil still, and I'll probably just run an engine flush, like find a bottle of engine flush stuff and run that through there and just do another oil change with the proper weight and see if that fixes that issue.
All right, I'm gonna get one more after this. I swear, and we gotta go.
All right.
Specifically, the late gen Crown Victorias. What are your experiences with those? Are they good?
Oh man, them things are tanks.
They still tanks. That I am happy
Man.
that they're still. We bought one and flipped it.
Yeah. It was a Mercury though, but the same thing. So
Was
the
it
Crown Vics, they come in different versions. They
Mhm.
come in the Mercury. The Marauder is my kind of beefed up. Then you have the Crown Vics. Then you have the Mercury, the regular Mercury, with the one we just
Is
saw.
it Marauder? You talking about
No, that the Marauder is the souped up one,
Oh.
the regular Mercury one. But
Oh.
to answer your questions, the only problem I see out of those Crown Vics are fuel pumps and transmissions. Mainly transmissions, because you have to be careful who you got that crank for, because most people dog the mess out of them
Mhm.
because they're V8 sedans, and people just drive them crazy.
Yeah, but they're good though. To answer your question.
Very. They built off an F-150.
Oh, Marquis.
platform.
Vic said the Marquis.
Oh yeah, the Grand.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
The Grand Marquis.
All right, last one for the night, guys. Oh, let me answer JoJo. It's Alex the Car Doctor, same as the YouTube. You can go on there and send him a message. When he gets time, he'll look at it and try to help you out. Thank you for coming to the live stream. Diagnose my car in Chinese, guys. Look at that name, isn't it wonderful? He says, I changed the blower motor resistor for a new one. On the way back home, I turned on the AC and it worked well. But I got to the house and parked the minivan. I noticed water underneath the passenger side. Wait a minute.
Is he sure it's water?
He says, next day I drive the car and turn the AC on. AC is blowing hot air, and I noticed a grinding noise.
Yeesh.
Any idea on what it can be? I'm gonna scroll up and see if I can remember what car.
Now it could be your blower motor has went out, but he's talking about water though. I have no clue, and that's something I would physically have to see. And I don't think he said the car.
Oh no, he never did.
I would need to know more information, because like I said, guys, when the cars are very important for me to get a visualize of what the system looks like, because I have a lot of different car stuff, and when you guys give me the car, I can visualize. I'm like, okay, yes, that's what this looked like. And hypothetically, if this happens, it can take out this, and this is a possible solution to your issue.
All right, guys, we got to wrap it up. Thank y'all so much for coming on the live stream.
I love y'all.
Everybody, we love you guys. Anything you need, we're here for you.
Just shoot me a
message, comments. We're trying to keep up with them all. We're doing our best, but my teenage daughter and our toddler daughter is on the way back up. So we're going to see y'all. We're going to try to add a Wednesday stream, but if not, we'll see y'all next Sunday, same place, 7:00 here on YouTube.
Alex Car Doctor.
See you on the next one.